Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial. As always, it is very good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, coolness is the last thing we associate with Indian politics or politicians. But today, this evening, there is a full-blown debate over who is cooler, Rahul Gandhi or Prime Minister Modi. Let me give you some context. It started with Rahul Gandhi holding a students' rally in Kota yesterday. The coaching factory of India is Kota. It was a Rockstar-like event and Rahul spoke about everything that ails India's education system. The paper leaks, the CBSE correction chaos, the coaching mafia, the student suicides. In fact, the leader of opposition, in his interaction with students, made a rather cool point. He said that every year, parents of NEET candidates spend about 1.32 lakh crore rupees for coaching. And that figure, ladies and gentlemen, almost equals the entire education budget of India for a year. The vibes at this rally were that of a rock concert, and despite the re-NEET being some 4 days away, a sizable number of students actually showed up. This led the Congress's Supriya Srinath to take to social media, post a picture of Rahul Gandhi from Kota and say that Rahul is the voice of Gen Z. She said Gen Z wants a cool Prime Minister. She said Gen Z wants Rahul Gandhi and that Gen Z has chosen its leader. The BJP was quick to retort, saying Rahul Gandhi is a fool. He's not cool. Before we get into who said what, let's quickly take a look at what exactly happened in Kota yesterday as Prime Minister Modi was holding a high-level bilateral with President Trump.
I want to make absolutely crystal clear that this is not a political meeting. This is a meeting about you, about the young people who are struggling to get a future. I will not say the words BJP, Congress, politics, elections, they will not come out of my mouth this evening.
This figure is an insult to this country. This is a crime. Now let me explain. मैं समझाता हूं ये क्या है. इसको आप समझिए. नीट में 22 लाख स्टूडेंट्स एग्जाम लेते हैं. 22 लाख स्टूडेंट्स एग्जाम लेते हैं नीट का. उनकी फैमिलीज में से, आपकी फैमिली में से 1.32 लाख करोड़ रुपए हर साल लिए जाते हैं. 1,32,000 करोड़ रुपए 22 लाख परिवारों के जेब में से खींचा जाता है. भाइयों और बहनों, जितना पैसा एक साल में ये 22 लाख लोग देते हैं, उतना ही पैसा हिंदुस्तान की सरकार अपने पूरे के पूरे एजुकेशन बजट में डालती है.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, these visuals played out as Prime Minister Modi was holding a high-stake bilateral with President Donald Trump. Now, this is where President Trump lavished rich praise on the Prime Minister, calling him cool, calling him calm, and a total killer. The moment led itself to a not very cool comparison, with the Congress accusing Prime Minister Modi of kowtowing to Trump and calling him Excellency some 6 times. Take a look at what transpired in the Trump-Modi meet first.
The most beautiful looking man. He looks so nice. He's like an angel. But actually, he's as tough as he's a killer. I don't want to. He's a killer. He's as tough as they come. But he looks so good. So he gets you by surprise. But there's few people like this. People say he's such a nice man. I said no, he's very tough. He's a tough trader, and he loves the Indian people.
Do you expect India to play any role in West Asia?
Yeah, I do. I do. I think India plays a big role in everything. As long as he's the leader, India's going to play a big role. If they were attacked, we would be there to help them. How is that? Is that a good statement? Okay, come here, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you had two pictures last evening, Prime Minister Modi in Paris and Rahul Gandhi in Kota. The Congress's Supriya Shrinet tweeted that Gen Z wants a cool Prime Minister, that Gen Z wants Rahul. The BJP responded by calling Rahul's Kota show a sound and light show. They said this was the Congress's 100th attempt at rebranding. Listen in.
देखो ऐसा है कि मैंने कोटा का भी देखा, कई और जगह का देखा, एक लाइट एंड साउंड शो होता है ना, पूरी तरह से कंफ्यूजन, कंट्राडिक्शन, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट और कॉन्स्पिरेसी की सोच से भरपूर इनका ये कार्यक्रम था। जो है वो भ्रम और भय का भंवरजाल पैदा करो, ये इसकी कोशिश थी, लेकिन उसमें वो सफल नहीं हो गए।
The Gen Z of India know that the intention of Rahul Gandhi is anarchic. The intention of Rahul Gandhi are sinister. This is why the Gen Z of India have kept the Congress party in opposition.
Gen Z knows the difference between a cool prime minister and a fool who is trying to be prime minister. And therefore Gen Z has rejected Rahul Gandhi 99 times from 2014 onwards. Because Rahul Gandhi has no confidence that he evokes in the Janta. In fact, even his allies don't consider him to be prime ministerial material.
Rahul Gandhi wants to take every the problem, including the students' problem, as a political opportunism, whereas Modi government is trying to find out the solution so that ecosystem can be developed. We demand that, Rahul Gandhi, instead of making a drill, making a big, the publicity stunt, event management stunt, you find solutions and help the government and help the student of this country.
उन्होंने एक प्रकार से जो पार्लियामेंट के अंदर बाहर बोलते हैं उसको आगे बढ़ाया है प्रैक्टिकली। 9 आत्महत्या हो चुकी है अभी तक। तो राहुल जी काम जो कर रहे हैं वो एक प्रकार से कॉन्फिडेंस बड़े बच्चों का भी कि पूरा विपक्ष आपके साथ में है, सरकार पे दबाव बनाएंगे जिससे कि सरकार का ध्यान जाए जो आपकी मूलभूत समस्या है। चाहे वो अभी बताया उन्होंने किस प्रकार से एक्सपेंडिचर होता है खर्च बच्चों की जेब से, समझ के पर है कि ये सत्ता पक्ष वाले क्यों बुकलाते हैं, ये तो उन्हीं का काम है। एक बार राहुल गांधी अगर कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ाएंगे, आत्महत्या रुकेगी तो देश को फायदा है, देशवासियों को फायदा है।
राहुल गांधी जी से डरने के बाद जिस प्रकार कोटा में उनकी रैली हो रही है और लोग उनके भीड़ में उमड़ रही है, उससे घबराकर आजकल जयराम जी अनाप शनाप बयानबाजी करने लगे हैं। केंद्र सरकार में अब नीट का ये सबसे बड़ा घोटाला हो गया, तो जिम्मेवार कौन है?
Ladies and gentlemen, there is zero doubt that the government of India has not exactly covered itself in glory when it comes to holding exams or even evaluating answer sheets. Rahul Gandhi, by going to Kota, has done what any good politician would do. He is raising and talking about issues that impact 45% of this country. Gen Z, that is. But is the Congress a bit delusional when they say that he's the voice of Gen Z? If you look at the 2019 and the 2024 election data, you will find that only 20% of Gen Z has actually voted for the Congress party, 40% has voted for the BJP. Fact also is, since 2004, since his entry into politics, the Congress party has lost about 100 elections under his leadership. So does he qualify to be the voice of Gen Z? And is Rahul what Gen Z wants? Let me open that up to our guests who are joining me this evening. Mr. Tom Vadakkan is national spokesperson of the BJP. Good evening, Mr. Vadakkan. Good to have you on the show. Tushar Gupta is a political analyst joining us on the broadcast. Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, thank you very much. And Dr. Nishant Anand is a national spokesperson of the Congress party. He is joining us on the broadcast as well. Dr. Anand, let me start by asking you a very simple question. It is all very well for Supriya Shrinet and the Congress party to say that Gen Z has chosen its leader, Gen Z wants a cool prime minister, Gen Z wants Rahul. Dialogue तो बहुत अच्छा है भाई, लेकिन प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनने के लिए मिस्टर आनंद इलेक्शंस जीतने पड़ते हैं, जो कि राहुल गांधी जी नहीं जीत रहे हैं।
Hi, good evening to everybody. See, first of all, we need to decide who is cool and who is fool. That is the question today in your brief. Now, a prime minister who goes to G7 when 3 sailors have died and 12 suicides have happened in NEET examination did not speak a word over there in front of Trump. He kept on saying His Excellency. He could not even name 3 people who have been
that is not
killed by
factually
Americans.
correct. Now, we'll stick to
Okay,
facts.
let me complete. Give me 60 seconds.
So,
please.
don't.
Let me
If
complete.
you're factually incorrect, I will correct you. I don't like to disrupt
I'm
my.
allowed to keep my point of view, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying that what you're saying is factually incorrect. He mentioned the death of 3 Indian sailors at the hands of the American Navy, not once but twice in front of President Trump. Yes, there was no apology from Mr. Trump, but that is Mr. Trump. What do you do?
Okay, now let me go back to cool and fool. Now, see, today the reality of NEET examination, we need to see that. Today, 12 students have died from May to June, and there is not a single answer from BJP. Now, Rahul Gandhi ji goes to Kota, speak to children, speak to the students, and ask them that how do you manage to spend so much money? Then they tell us that our family have sold properties, my mother have done so many things, and then we go to Kota, Sikar, Delhi, and we try to achieve a dream to become a doctor. And what does the BJP government is doing? They have not spoken a single word. They asked for sack of Dharmendra Pradhan. They are not able to do it. Today we ask, अगर आप sack नहीं कर सकते धर्मेंद्र प्रधान को जो 12 लोगों की बच्चों की सुसाइड हुआ है उन माँ बाप को उनके बच्चे वापस कर दो. Point number 2, 1,32 lakh crore, as Rahul Gandhi ji said, his parents are spending for these examinations, which is more than the budget of the central government for these exams. Now, NEET, GEE, SSC, UPSC, total 3.5 lakh crore is being spending. BJP is just doing the extraction of money. They are not doing anything.
Dr. Anand, don't repeat what I've already said.
The coaching mafia.
You are repeating what I've already said. वो तो सब मैंने बता दिया ना व्यूअर को, सब दिखा दिया, सब सुना दिया. So don't repeat that. My question to you was a very simple one. That to be the voice of Gen Z and to become a cool Gen Z Prime Minister, you have to first win elections. Elections तो आप जीत नहीं रहे. आपका मैं डेटा दे देती हूँ if you want. Since 2004, how many elections has the Congress party lost under Rahul Gandhi? 100. Since 2014, since when Prime Minister Modi came, the Congress's quota is 57. The BJP has lost 31 elections. ऐसा नहीं है कि under Modi the BJP has not lost any elections since 2014. वहाँ पर भी हुआ है. But to become Prime Minister, you need to win elections ना. Elections तो जीत नहीं रहे. How will he become Prime Minister, cool or not?
The suicide of students. Okay, I will not go to elections and winning elections today. We have several times discussed about vote chori, and when we say gali gali mein shor hai, pradhan mantri chor hai, then we say chai betne se lekar Adani.
Mr. Chaudhary, the Congress party itself talks about Rahul being PM, and then you say I will not talk about elections and polls. So बिना election और poll के कैसे बन जाएंगे भाई राहुल cool PM?
You don't give me a chance.
अच्छा बोलिए.
See, the truth is simple. Our children are not failing. The system is failing every time. This is what Congress party is saying. The Congress party stand is clear. The NTA must be held accountable. Paper leak must face strict actions. Coaching and examination costs must be regulated. And examinations must be fair, affordable and transparent.
You're right.
That is why we have launched Chhatron Ki Goon. It is just not a campaign. It is a voice of lakhs of young Indians.
आवाज आप बिल्कुल सही उठा रहे हैं. I completely back you on the issue you have picked up. Mr. Tom Vadakkan, you can't at least fault the Congress for not picking the right issue. They are picking an issue that impacts 45% of this country, Gen Z, because you have failed Gen Z. Now, it's totally uncool for a government to let a paper leak happen twice in 3 years, to not even be able to evaluate answer sheets of the CBSE correctly. So, if the Congress party is saying the time has come for a cool Prime Minister for India, and Rahul Gandhi is that cool Prime Minister, is there a problem, sir?
Yeah, there's no problem what they think and what kind of imagination that they live in. I heard Mr. Nishant saying that about this, calling the Prime Minister a chore and all that. And it was the same Congress party that went and apologized in the Supreme Court. And they were given
for the same issue.
Dressing down. So, so this kind, he's quoted it. That's why I'm countering him on that. Now, as to the question of NEET, do they understand what this NEET is all about? There has to be course correction, agreed, and that is being done. And that's being done at a fast pace than you can imagine. NEET is something that has given the rural India an opportunity to come to the forefront. What is he talking about? Removing NEET, formulation of NEET and all that. He's gone to Kota and said we don't need doctors and engineers. So we shut down hospitals, we shut down IITs, because Rahul Gandhi believes that you don't need doctors, you don't need engineers, IITs can be banned. What is this man talking about? Does he know what the reality is? How many doctors do we have for about 100 patients? What is the situation of IITs, which has produced one of the best engineers that the world has seen? We close all that because Rahul Gandhi wants a new formatting. And this is what he says in public. And this man wants to become the Prime Minister. This is his last attempt by the Congress party to, Stalin was the first person who said he's fit to be Prime Minister. The same Stalin today says he's a traitor. Now, I am not arguing Stalin is correct or not. But point here is, Rahul Gandhi needs to think ahead. His aspirations to become Prime Minister is only possible if he is a full-time politician, not a politician on vacation. He's most of the time out on vacation.
Dr. Anand, do you need, for a Prime Minister, what are the qualifications that are needed? Do you need a cool PM or do you need a credible PM who has consistency as well, which Rahul Gandhi sometimes lacks?
See, my question here is, Prime Minister Modi, I'm just taking a yesterday event in G7, wherein economic geopolitical crisis needs to be discussed. What does he go and discuss over there in G7, where the important nations are over there? In the last 12 years, my question here is from the same gentleman, what has Prime Minister Modi has done for the people of India? We talk about today's students. Sometime back, we were talking about farmers from Sindoor operation to trade.
Sarkar ne kuch nahi kiya 12 saal mein. If you make these kind of arguments, even people who want to hear you will not hear you.
In 20 seconds. Today, a full Prime Minister is ruling us from the 12 years. Trump is controlling Prime Minister Modi. That's why we say he's a compromised PM. Now today, I will go back to the students, because today the issue is of suicides which are happening. See, Congress is saying it's the voice of lakhs of young Indians who have been treated only as roll numbers by BJP should learn. We want an education system that allows children to dream big and helps them to fulfill these dreams. That's why Chhatron Ki Goonj campaign has been, a voice has come out from Shri Rahul Gandhi.
लेकिन छात्रों की गूंज तो is okay, लेकिन जनता की भी कुछ आवाज है ना?
Directly to the government.
But जनता की आवाज for the last 12 years has told you that they have no trust in Rahul Gandhi as Prime Minister. And I'm not saying this. This is what voting patterns say. Anyway, let Tushar come in. Tushar, what do you think of this cool, uncool debate that has been started by the Congress party? Just by the way, I do think it's very curious, Tushar, and you just come in here, the timing of Rahul Gandhi's Kota visit. Now, he's done the right thing as a politician, right? The fact is, this is an issue that impacts a large number of voters, and he has gone to Kota to the coaching, to the coaching center of India, and is raising the right issues. I have no issue with that, but I'm just thinking to myself, here's the Prime Minister having a bilateral. You know that every television screen will be on that bilateral with President Trump. Why would you want to hold your rally exactly at the same day, exactly at the same time? तो अगर messaging करनी भी थी, तो मेरे को लगता है timing भी off था.
की बात बिल्कुल सही है श्रेया. Now let's address the question of fool and foolishness first of all to begin with. Just today, 3 hours ago, there was a Rajya Sabha election in the Jharkhand Assembly, which has a government of the JM and the Congress. 2 candidates were to be elected, each required 28 votes. Collectively, the JMM and the Congress had 56 votes. Guess what? The NDA independent candidate still won. आप सोशल मीडिया पर ऑप्टिक्स कर रहे हो, कूल फूल स्पोक्सपर्सन जाकर इतना एरोगेंस दिखा रहे हैं. आपका अपना अलायंस पार्टनर JMM आपके साथ राज्यसभा के इलेक्शन में साथ खड़ा नहीं हो रहा. I don't know what kind of politician is okay to lose out on a Rajya Sabha election when the opposition, his opposition, is busy managing a special majority for upcoming bills in the monsoon session. ये कैसी राजनीति है भाई? You're not even letting the party down. You're letting the even alliance partners down. So Rahul Gandhi as a politician, I mean, forget the cool part. This foolishness where you're losing MPs every single day in the alliance and he cannot do anything to arrest.
Tushar, nothing cool about a party buying MPs for 50 crore rupees, huh? Nothing cool about that either.
Is that verified? Are the transactions real? Are the transactions real? Do you have a
तो
record
कोई
of the
अपने गुडविल
transactions?
से जाता है क्या दूसरी पार्टी में?
आपको क्या
There
पता?
is a pattern,
Goodwill से-
Tushar. Come on, there's
So,
a pattern. You're a close observer of Indian politics.
No, so
It
now-
started
in
with
how
the
much
Aam
money?
Aadmi Party. It has
How much
gone.
money did Congress
It
got
has
Aam
gone to
Aadmi
the
Party
Shiv
for?
Sena UBT. TMC हो चुका है. Pattern है ये तो.
श्रेया, फिर कांग्रेस ने आम आदमी पार्टी की जो एक अलायंस थी कितने में खरीदी 2024 में, वो भी कांग्रेस बता दे. Nevertheless, now coming to the part about education. Look, one thing I agree with Rahul Gandhi is that in the age of internet, the cost of access to education should be zero. I've never understood how the coaching industry gets away, both online and offline, by charging such an exorbitant amount to students and their parents. Therefore, this is the opportunity for Rahul Gandhi. If he thinks that the coaching mafia is now imposing high cost on the students, you have a government in Karnataka, Telangana, and Himachal Pradesh. Legislate, bring a law tomorrow capping the fee of the private sector industry in education. Do it. The Chinese have done it. There is no reason you cannot do it. If Rahul Gandhi wants to say that this is the BJP's fault, the Congress should do the right thing. And again, I'm saying the cost of access to education in the age of internet should be zero. Can Rahul Gandhi's governments in specific states drop a legislation and do that? बातें बहुत हो गई, ऑप्टिक्स बहुत हो गया, आप लेजिस्लेशन बना दीजिए. कर्नाटका में बनाइए, बोले कि कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री, कोचिंग माफिया एक अपर लिमिट पे उसके आगे फीस नहीं ले सकता स्टूडेंट से. बनाइए लो.
Rashid Kidwai, is this an attempt at rebranding Rahul Gandhi? I mean, the BJP is being snarky and saying this is their 100th attempt at rebranding the Yuvraj and relaunching the Yuvraj, etc. I will not get into that. But what is your view of what he is trying to do here, irrespective of the criticism that is coming in?
So, Shreya, one of those Rahul Gandhi's relatives who was a diplomat, Mr. B.K. Nehru, he had written a book, and the book's title was "A Nice Guy is Finished Second." That is the sum and substance of Rahul Gandhi. He does not know, or he doesn't apply this Sam Dam Dand Bhed that we know, the applied side of politics. I know my dear friend Tushar, his personal views are very different from his public views. And this is a kind of, contradiction that many political parties and political leaders, thrive and live by. Rahul Gandhi's biggest problem is that he lacks a theme song. You look at the BJP, if you were to describe a BJP, we can very easily say Hindutva, Rashtravad, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. The political party that's supposed to represent Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is being pushed into, kind of inclusiveness, is being pushed into the, Muslim bracket. That is the Muslim party. So many MLAs are there. So the Congress is constantly under Rahul Gandhi, and I have seen since 2004, he's been responding, he's been, reacting to. He's not been able to send a narrative, set a narrative. And there's a lot of victimhood that he's been, talking about. Maybe it's all correct. But the fact of the matter is, when we talk about Gen Z think that what Rahul Gandhi is saying is right, but he is not a right person to be saying it. And this is it. So Vijay can click, other people can click, but Rahul Gandhi finds it very difficult to click. And that is actually a problem that it's not about branding Rahul Gandhi also. Rahul Gandhi needs to have a, focus and pick up a theme song. Shreya, just one last point I want to make. See, we as a country, we are full of contradictions. Whatever you say about India, the opposite is true. Many times serious issues are not taken up. You look at the rape survivors or rape victims in Uttar Pradesh that Priyanka Gandhi tried to champion, and there were many people in the fray. Most of them lost. You look at Surat, when they were having problem with the GST, etc. 2017 Gujarat results came very different from what people had thought of. So all these things are there. Rahul needs to, focus. He has to act like a politician. He is a very unconventional politician, and that is my problem with it.
But you're saying he's the wrong person talking about the right issues. But जनता को भी तो दिखता है ना. Rashid Kirwai, there is something about him where people don't trust him to be Prime Minister. That is the fact. That is true. You have any drawing room conversation anywhere? That is true, right? Tushar wants to come in. Tushar,
Rashid Kirwai made an interesting point about unconventional.
That 4 or 5 generations.
Eight minutes. Both of you are speaking at the same time. Rashid, you can go first, and then 10 seconds to Tushar.
Tushar, just allow me to make a very simple point. See the baggage of dynasty that it was, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sanjay Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, and then him. So that's the thing. The present day generation is little allergic to this, the dynasty culture. That is his big, and the Congress own historical baggage of governance and misgovernance. So Rahul, half the time, Shreya, he's on a explanatory mode that my grandmother didn't do this way, my father didn't do this way, my mother didn't do it. See, so if he was a clean slate guy like Arvind Kejriwal was or Vijay was, see, he would have been a greater success.
Okay, Tushar.
See, unconventional hona galat nahi hai. Rahul Gandhi is unconventional, sure, but he needs to be efficient. When Mahendra Singh Dhoni started in Indian cricket, he was called unconventional, but he was efficient. He was getting the results. My problem with Rahul Gandhi today is you're going to Kota, you're talking to students, all well and fair. But why aren't you keeping your alliance partners in confidence? आप अपने आंखों के नीचे, आपकी नाक के नीचे से कोई राज्यसभा का इलेक्शन आपको हरा देता है, आप बैठे हो देख रहे हो, ये कैसी पॉलिटिक्स है? That is where my problem is. Be unconventional, be the nice guy, but at least be efficient. Deliver results for your party, for your cadre, for your workers, for your voters.
Okay, we'll let the voters of this country decide who they think is cool enough to be Prime Minister of this country. Thank you very much all for joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Varakan, Tushar Gupta, Rashid Kirwai and Dr. Anand, thank you very much for your time. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a quick break. News and updates continue. Do stay here.